The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields with green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks of visitors for the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor. Rain, rain, go away. It was windy and wet on the island of Sodor. The wind blew and the rain fell heavily. Thomas the tank engine was on his way with a train full of fresh vegetables. But Thomas had to be careful on the way in case any of the tracks were flooded. On his way, Thomas saw Terence the tractor. His driver was standing near the railway line waving at them to stop. "What's the matter?" asked Thomas. "There are terrible floods above the hills, Thomas," said Terence's driver, "and the water spun tons of earth down and blocked the track." "Oh dear," said Thomas's driver. "Can we telephone the station for help?" "I'm afraid not," said Terence. "The lines are down, and the sound of an engine and its whistle can cause another avalanche. We should go back to Knapford Station and warn the other engines not to come this way," said Thomas. His driver agreed, and then they set off. When Thomas got back to Knapford Station, the engines were waiting for their coal. "Don't go near the branch line," warned Thomas. "There's been some terrible landslides there." "How would you know?" wheezed Gordon. "You're just a tank engine." And then he puffed crossly away. He did not even wait for his coal. Thomas had to tell the Fat Controller what had happened. "Thank you," said the Fat Controller. "I will close down this line immediately. Meanwhile, nobody is to go that way until the bad weather is over." Thomas's driver put up a sign, "Line closed." The engines had to go a different way. Meanwhile, Gordon needed more coal to get back to the station. But when he reached the coal bunker at Brendam Docks, it was empty. "Bother," said Gordon. "I won't be able to get home without more coal. Where's the nearest bunker?" "On the branch line," said Percy, "but you can't go that way. Thomas says it's not safe." Gordon was really cross. "I'm sure one trip to the branch line won't hurt," said Gordon's driver, and then Gordon puffed away. When they got to the junction, Gordon's driver removed the sign. And then Gordon set off towards the branch line. This was a terrible mistake. Suddenly, Gordon hissed to a halt. "I'm out of steam!" he cried. His driver and fireman went for help. Gordon was all alone. The rain was pouring heavily, and the water was rising fast. Suddenly, there was a deep rumbling sound. Another landslide was coming down from the hills. "Oh no!" cried Gordon. The drift was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Soon after, the track was blocked and Gordon was buried underneath. "Help!" he cried, but no one heard him. Later that evening, a lot of passengers were waiting on the platform at Knapford Station, but there was no sign of Gordon. "I wonder where he is," thought Thomas. Then Percy remembered something. "Thomas," he said, "Gordon's gone along the branch line." "I'd better go and see if he's all right," said Thomas. And then Thomas puffed away. Thomas puffed along the branch line. He couldn't see Gordon anywhere. Then he saw a back of a tender sticking out. It was Gordon. "Don't worry, Gordon," said Thomas. "I'll have you out of there in no time." Thomas pulled and pulled. It was hard, heavy work. But at last Gordon was free. "Thank you, Thomas," said Gordon. "No problem," said Thomas. Later, the Fat Controller spoke severely to Gordon. "Now that was very irresponsible," he snapped. "Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. And Thomas, you were very brave." "Yes, Thomas, you really are a useful engine." "Thank you, sir," said Thomas proudly.